She's a peach. Friendship soap for Lori. Here's the soap, how it looked in the end. And now I'm going to go through making it. The first thing I did 24 hours in advance was I brewed some tea and I created the scent blend. This is a scent blend heavy on peach. 22 milliliters of peach, 18 milliliters of yuzu, 4 milliliters of coconut, 6 milliliters of tropical vacation, 4 milliliters of berry wine, 6 milliliters of pink grapefruit essential oil, 2 milliliters of Ylang-Ylang. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, so I'm sorry. And 6 milliliters of cedar leaf oil, which is different than cedar wood. Cedar leaf has fruity notes in it. So those are all of the scents that I'm using, and I will list all of this in the information below. Hopefully I eventually get the easy print button in case you are interested in trying this yourself. And here is the lye solution. Right now you can see me mixing the lye. I'll also list all of the suppliers that I get everything from. The only company I'm affiliated with is Good Earth Spa, so I'm not paid or compensated to endorse any company. This is just my personal little soap ramblings. And right now I'm mixing the lye into the tea. This is peach tea. I'll show you here in a second. There it is. Country Peach Passion. Okay, and this soap is for Lori from her little soap shop is called Hen and Her Chicks, or the Hen and Her Chicks. And I just thought that this country peach, and she said she likes fruity. She also said she likes pink, and I didn't really have a lot of pinks. So you'll see I worked with lots of colors, and I'll get there. But okay, so one thing at a time. All of the oils. So the oils for this recipe are 12 ounces of olive oil, 12 ounces of coconut oil, 4 ounces of avocado oil, 4 ounces of almond oil, and 1 ounce of castor. Again, if there's anything I don't verbally state, just check the information down below and I'll make sure I put everything there for you. So here I'm just getting all of my oils mixed. I will say, now that you've seen what the soap looks like before I made it, what I will say is that the color of the peach did change the colors how I thought they were going to turn out. So, but they didn't. I wanted more pinks to come out, and they didn't exactly come out exactly as I imagined. But it still looks like a pretty cool, funky bar anyway. And really, what happened is the soap, even though it's not a water discounted batch, the soap thickened up more than I thought it would. It thickened up quicker, so I did a 5-color swirl in this recipe. Now this soap recipe is a new one I haven't tried before, and it is awesome because I was able to try it now. At the end of the video, you'll see me lather it up. It's so bubbly and nice. The recipe is great. However, I would recommend 1 or 2 colors instead of 5. I think that looking back, 5 was too many colors for this soap. So here I'm finishing up. This is the castor oil that I'm adding right here. Okay, now the oils are heating up to the about 100 to 110 degrees. And like I said, I do recommend less colors if you are going to try to make this. But I used peach shimmer from brambleberry. I use these little disposable cups because they're easy to either wash or throw away, depending on how you feel and how you want to do it. You can use them so many times. And this is Coral Mica from Brambleberry. So the micas I don't add anything to. They mix in the soap really easily. My stick blender fits right in this cup too. This is Sparkling Gold Mica from Camden Gray. I kind of noticed you need a little bit more on this one than other micas, but it's very nice. That's also the same one I used in my Gift of a Magi soap. Okay, this is the Ultramarine Violet. Sorry about that. And this one you do need. Otherwise it clumps. So here you'll see me adding some vegetable glycerin that I got from Soaper's Choice. Great company. I love Soaper's Choice. They have great customer service, fast shipping, and good prices. and they're a small company, and I love to support other smaller businesses. Okay, so here we go. Mixing this in. You'll notice most of the video is on double speed, and then when I actually make the soap, it goes back to real time. This is titanium dioxide. Titanium dioxide is a natural pigment that will turn your soap white, so I figured a little bit of white in there would be nice. And it also requires a little bit of glycerin just to help it along. It clumps a lot, just like the pigment does. Okay, so now all of my colors are prepared. And here's some additional avocado oil for super fatting, 0.7 ounces. Avocado is really nice. There's a lot of unsaponifiable. That's my phone, my goat phone. Sorry about that. Unsaponifiable. Sorry, I'm just like laughing my head off. Okay, so this is sodium lactate that I'm adding. Now the tea and lye mixture has cooled down completely, so I'm adding in 6 milliliters of sodium lactate that I purchased at Brambleberry. This tea, too, if you can find this brand that I used and everything. Oh, real quick, that water is for rinsing off the stick blender in between colors. You'll see me make a big mess with that later. Not a huge mess, but a little bit of a mess. Okay, so, all right, I'm getting ready to make the soap now. So there's my lye, tea, and sodium lactate. Sodium lactate is a natural vegetarian ingredient. It's made from the fermentation of sugar, so it's a byproduct. It makes your soap a little bit harder. It also behaves as a preservative, so that's always nice. So here is the color that sets off my whole little thing. I wanted more pinks to come out because Laurie likes pink, but it's actually good that more peachy colors came out because it is a peach theme. So the scent blend is a peach, heavy on the peach fruity blend. Here's the avocado, super fatting oil. Feels so nice on the skin. And here's a awkward moment. Awkward. The stick blender didn't want to stand up, so it's kind of thick. That's why I'm trying to make sure I get it all in there. And more mixing. Right at about this point, I start to notice how thick it's actually setting up, and I'm like, whoa, I need to pull out these colors. All right, almost ready to add those colors. Excuse me. Okay, here we go. Just trying to pour evenly into each color cup. And I start to mix the colors. I don't know if you can really see that the color of the peach tea has really altered the colors I'm getting. This is the scent, adding it equally or proportionately rather to each little cup. And then what I'm doing here is called a swirl in the pot. So I'm taking my soap making container that I already started to mix the oils and lye, and I am pouring each of the colors back into that container. Now this one mixed very nicely. I really, really like the coral mica from brambleberry. Some micas are better than others, and not all are created equal. I very, very much like this one though. It's very, very nice. Works well, works quickly, mixes quickly, even when it's a little thick like this. So that's definitely a good one to have in your color palette. I also prefer micas too because they do add some artificial color in them, but the actual minerals are natural at least, and they make it shine and sparkle, so at least that's natural, and I like that. I don't mind using some synthetics, but I really like... Here's the mess. Oh, uh-oh. Splashed a little bit of my soap. Luckily, that's not a huge deal. The soap will be fine. Okay, so here I am mixing up another one. Oh, this is the titanium dioxide. I wanted to mix this one second to last because I knew that I wanted a little bit left on the blender to lighten up my purple. Ultramarine is pretty dark. So there's a little bit of white just left over, residual. And that big blob of colors is my soap pot. Okay, I'm adding in half the purple, approximately half. I didn't want a whole bunch on the bottom. And just taking a spoon and doing a gentle little swirl to get all of the colors stirred, but not too stirred. And then from there, you just pour it all in. You can see as I'm pouring it in that it's some of it has started to clump up a little bit, and luckily it all went on the top, so I was able to swirl that around even more with a stick here in a second. Actually, this soap gave me all kinds of problems. It even cracked. And I did fix that, but and I should have videotaped it. And after I did it, I thought, wow, I should have videotaped that, but I'm just got into my groove and just did it as quickly as I can. So I think that I may crack a soap just to show you guys how to fix it at some point. Okay, so here I have a little chopstick type thing. And I'm just adding a couple of little color patches on the top of the soap just to make a nice little swirl. There we go, a little touch up, a little clean up. It's time for the finishing touches, including, of course, drum roll, lots of dun dun dun. There it is, I see it, it's coming. Glitter! Yay! This is fine iridescent glitter. It's pink. It's also from brambleberry. This is very fine cosmetic glitter, and it sparkles so much for a nice, sparkly person like Lori. So at least I was able to get something pink in there for you, Lori. So here are all my sparkles going on top. Lots of sparkles. Lots and lots of sparkles. Ooh, look at me. I'm so sparkly. Okay, day 3. Soap is all formed and hard, and now it's time to cut. So you can see the sides, how the effect of the in the pot swirl. You can do that with any number of colors. I did it with 5. I wish I would have done it with 2 or 3. But you can see the effect, and it's definitely a really cool effect. And it's preferably done when the soap is a little bit thinner, at a thin trace. I decided to crinkle cut it to bring out that cute funky texture. I mean, this is like a funky design, and that funky texture is really cool. I like the crinkle cut. It's a little bit harder to measure and cut, and you always have to do it by hand, but it's definitely really, really fun, really handmade looking, which is awesome as well. Okay, so this was one I did put in the oven. I had it at, well, actually, I preheated the oven to 170, and then I turned the oven off because I didn't want to cook the soap because it didn't have any water discount. I just wanted it to be warm enough to gel completely. So I put it in the oven after I turned the oven off, and then when it got to full gel, I took it out and I let it sit overnight. And because I had it in the oven, the sides look a little icky. So over here, they just kind of bubble up a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with it. You don't have to do this. I'm just cleaning it up to make the lines of the swirls come out visually. So I'm just shaving off the sides and bottom of each of the bars. And this soap just smells like tea. It smells like peach tea. I was so surprised that, I mean, even though, I put so many different scents in there and mostly peach, I can smell the tea still. I can still smell the tea. The tea was great, highly fragrant. I definitely recommend this tea. So as I shave off these sides and stuff, you can see the colors look more vibrant. Alright, now I'm squishing myself up a little soap ball. It's always something you can do with your extras if you have extras. And I'm going to use this soap ball to do my pH test. So here I am at the sink. Time for a little lather test. Now, soap is better with age. It's one of those things. It's better with age. So to get a lather like this, 24 hours after making it, I was so excited. That's why I'm telling you this recipe's great. Just don't use so many colors, I guess. So here we go. You can see the lather. Look at it. It's right there. Very big and bubbly. Very, very nice lather. I'm grabbing a pH testing strip. There we go. Oh, very nice color. pH 8.5. That's good. All right, just feeling the lather. It feels nice and soft and puffy fluffy. Is that a word? I don't know, fluffy? Fluffy is. Nice and bubbly too. I'm really liking this lather, and avocado oil is amazing. I hope Lori thinks so too. I would definitely want to use fruit oils, so avocado is a fruit oil. She said she likes fruity. Okay, so there we go. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.